All right, so let me tell you about our German school adventure. So I found
Now
this
turn left onto Provident Road.
German school. It's called Immanuel German School. It was close to my house, so I got enrolled. I got enrolled, and I loved
now
my
turn
teacher.
left onto Pickering Road.
My teacher was great. The little things like administration being unpleasant, I didn't really pay much attention to it. They were very
In 500
careful
feet, turn left onto Straight Road.
about the money. Like, they were all about the money, and the tone of the emails about somehow
Now turn left onto Straight Road.
somehow I paid a couple of dollars less because like they had different fees for different classes, and I think I paid the tuition for as if it was for my son. I paid it for myself because I wanted to take the course for myself. I knew my son was too young for that, and he wouldn't go. So anyway, the tone of the email requesting the rest of the money was not the normal, like not your conventional. It was kind of rude. I don't remember how she put it, but it was kind of rude. But I didn't really pay much attention because like anybody can have a bad day and so forth. Anyway, my first year with this teacher, I loved it. Like she was great. She was just the way the teacher of the introductory course should be, because let's be realistic. Who needs the class? Who needs to go like to in-person class nowadays when there is like so many courses online, so much information online? I wanted to be introduced to the language in a most positive, emotional way, and that's what the teacher just gave us. I mean, she's great. She has great experience. She is native English speaker, and then she learned German herself, so she knows how it is to be a newbie to the language. And she was just like making it interesting for us. Like we were adults there, like some of us were probably retired, and we were just like playing like little kids in these games and everything, laughing, making friends, between each other. So it was great. So I was very inspired. So on my second year, I brought my 7-year-old son, and he's a noob to the language. We don't speak, we speak other languages at home, but not German. So I thought, great, he's going to be introduced to a different teacher, of course. He's going to love the language because he will be there among other kids learning it. So the administrator suggested us putting him in a class, in a more advanced class, because she said like on the first level they just sing
In
songs
1,000 feet, turn
and
left onto Davisville Road.
they don't really learn much, and he's already 7. I said, yeah, he's 7, but he has like 0 level. We don't speak German at home. She said, it's okay, let's try that. So okay, I paid the tuition for the both of us the second year. I bought his book, 2 books, and the books were kind of confusing. I looked at them. For me as a adult, it was not like reader friendly. Maybe because it was a second level already. So anyway, I imagine for a 7-year-old who has 0 German to even like navigate through that book.
Now turn left onto Davisville
anyway,
Road.
He goes, the first couple of lessons were just, playing games and like giving away candy. So nothing serious. He would tell me that he learned one word, tomate. Like he would say, I'm like, what did you learn today? Tomate. So
in 500 feet, turn right onto
I'm like,
Sweet
okay,
Briar Drive.
at least he's happy. I'm asking like, do you like it? Yes, I like it. They give them candy, they give them treats.
Now turn right onto Sweet Briar Drive.
Then when they started actually teaching them something more seriously, he was not participating because he didn't understand what they want from him. The teacher spoke German. Like even when I brought him to the class, she would like say something in German to me and I had no clue like what she was saying. Imagine like being a 7-year-old who is a noob. Somebody is like asking him in a different language. Like how is he supposed to develop like good emotions, positive emotions towards the language when he just doesn't have a clue what people are saying to him? So anyway, I said, okay, since it doesn't go very well in this group, maybe it's because it's too advanced, so let's transfer him to the new group, the very 0 level group. So we go there. The teacher is actually a native German speaker, so that was even worse. My son started hating this language. He was so frustrated. He said, I don't understand the teacher, what she's saying. Why wouldn't she talk in a normal language? So
500 feet,
he was just like not participating at all. And at one point he was so bored that he just laid on the floor. And I was told, but the administrator came to my class. I was actually like sitting in my class.
Now your destination.
She comes to me, says, you have to take your son out. So I took my son out. He sat with me in my teacher's class where all the adults were sitting, because the teacher could not like interest my son in her subject. So for some reason I have to take that responsibility, that the teacher is not able to manage their children. I mean, like, that's, I don't know, that's a little strange to me, because I come from a country where, like, if a child is not participating, it's not a parent's responsibility. So, but that's like cultural differences, which is okay. So I talked to my son. And he said he hated German language. So just in a couple of sessions, he went from like German neutral, to like hating German. So I came up to the administrator. I said, this is what I want to do. I'm gonna bring him the next year. It's okay. He will get more mature. But I want him to develop good emotions, and I think he will do better if he just will listen to German language as a background in my class, because my teacher is very student friendly, and she can really make it attractive. She can make the language attractive and eager to learn. Like, I was kind of language neutral, but she really made it attractive to me. Like, I really, like, after her lectures, I really wanted to know the language. Like, I really liked the way it sounds, I was trying to copy the accent and everything. So I thought, okay, let him just sit there and listen. If you would allow us to sit there and listen, and then next year we will join. And I said, I'm not going to take the tuition reimbursement, because I know that I'm going to come back. Either I will come back or he will come back. Just keep the money for now, and let us let me stay in the class, so that at least you as a school will fix that damage that was done by the other teacher, where he started hating the language. At least, you as a school will take that responsibility of developing the hatred toward the language, and fix it, like, by the means of other teacher that is not even supposed to teach kids. She specialized in adults. And I don't even know if that teacher, the German teacher, the kids teacher, has any education in teaching children. I don't know. Plus, the way the administrator was protecting her from a child who is misbehaving, a thought crossed my mind that probably she's not getting paid that much. They were lucky to have any teachers teaching children for their pay, probably, because it's just logical thinking, right? If you can't handle the child, your administrator comes in and says, okay, please, find the means to interest the child. I'm paying you, right? But if you're not paying, you can't, you don't even have any, moral right to tell the teacher to do her job and to interest and to speak English. She was not even speaking that great of an English, I think, because she was always like, I didn't even hear her ever speak English. She was speaking German. She was a German like native speaker, like, because her, like, when she said something in English, her accent, I mean, I have an accent, but her accent was a lot thicker than mine, because I heard it. Like, I don't hear accent when it's not thicker than mine. So anyway, long story short, they allowed him to actually sit in my teacher's class, and all he was doing was watching his, like, videos on YouTube, sitting there in the back of the class. Didn't bother anybody. He was just wearing his, like, headset, and I thought, well, this is kind of useless, because, like, what is he getting out of it? But guess what? In the end of the year, I was able to, little by little, to introduce him to this German cartoons, German language via YouTube, and he didn't dislike it. And he really liked the teacher, my teacher, the adult teacher, the teacher for adults. He would come up to her, start talking to her. He really liked her. And when when in the end of the year, he said, "I will miss you. I really," and he almost like teared. He made her a little note how he enjoyed being in her class, even though he was not even participating there. So about the administration. The administration in the end of the year came into our class and said that, okay, please sign up for the next semester, but we're not sure if we're gonna give you the teacher who would be able to teach you the level that you're supposed to be next semester. It's going to be either the same level that you went through this semester, or it's going to be a level, we're going to skip one level. And the reason is because the teacher is not available, or maybe we will make it available. So depending on how many students. So meaning that the teacher is not paid enough. Not enough people come to these courses anymore, and they just don't have enough money to pay the rent, don't have enough money to pay the teacher, and people are just leaving. Like they don't pay enough to teachers because they want to make the same profit, but they can't because they have to pay the bigger rent. So it smells like trouble. That school started smelling like trouble to me. So from a dedicated student and a customer, I went to a skeptical customer, and I didn't really see it like going back to that school for what? For paying tuition to go to the same level, or skipping a level, which makes no sense to me. This is not how you learn the language. You don't just skip the level and sit there and don't understand what's going on. So anyway, and it's in the air. It's up in the air. So it's like this: you sign up, you pay the tuition, and then we will let you know which level you're gonna study. No, no. Why do I need that kind of German school? Like, no thanks. So I came up and I said, I need my tuition back, because like my son attended just a couple of sessions. You put him out of the class, you stopped his access to the class, so you owe me the tuition. And she said, no, we're not giving you the tuition back. I said, why? Exactly why? Oh, that's a policy. That's a policy. So that's the easiest answer that like people, I guess, will not argue against it. Like, that's a policy. Plus, the policy sometimes could be breached because in circumstances. What circumstances? No, that's our policy. So wait a second. So you knew all this time that you're not going to give me the tuition back for my son not attending the whole year. I mean, just in the beginning, he attended for a couple of classes. So you knew that you're not going to give me the tuition back, that it's your policy. Why did you cut off all the electronic resources? We could have studied online if you told us that you're not going to give us our tuition back. You could have at least, we paid, you're keeping it for nothing. The teacher doesn't have to deal with my son anymore. So why can't I use the electronic resources? Like, you took the books, she took the books back and said that, oh, it will just go toward the tuition. Like, I don't have cash right now. I'm not paying you back. It's just going to go toward the tuition. And then tuition is not going to be reimbursed. She never told me the tuition is not going to, it's just, so I returned the books. I don't have the books. I don't have the electronic, any electronic, books for him, nothing, and no money back. And then you come back and you're telling me that even for an adult, it makes no sense to take this class because they're trying to be cheap with everybody and just make money for themselves, but not pay the teacher. They have to pay the rent. They can't go around the rent. The rent went up, like all the prices went up. So it's like, okay, you just do everything for us and we're not going to do anything for you and you're just going to pay us money. That's the vibe that you're getting from that school. And it's a shame because in our age and nowadays, like I said in the beginning, nobody needs this kind of schools. Everybody is learning languages online. Nobody needs it. Everybody goes there for positive, like, reinforcement, positive emotions, pretty much. That's all they can. And they being nasty to people, so they're not even giving you that. They're not even giving you positive emotions towards the language. So just, who needs those courses? So that school is dying, and all they thinking about, just like, they got used to making certain profits, and that's all they care about in that school. All they care about. So you're not gonna get, like, if you're thinking of going to that school, you're gonna get, like, attitude, like you're a piece of, what. Your child is gonna be treated like they would she, like, grabbed him, like, and took him out of the class. So humiliate your child, humiliate you, take your money, like, develop, like, negative emotions and hatred toward the language in your child. Okay, I'm an adult. I know these things. I like the language no matter what. I'm going to learn the language no matter what. I don't need that school. I don't want to go. Like, even if they pay me, I don't want to go, So I will not recommend this to anybody, seriously, because you will get a better deal for your money at the more reliable source. These people are not reliable. You never know what they're going to do next. They will take your money. Yes, they will willingly take your money, never reimburse you for anything if you don't like it. And then they will just do whatever they want. They just, like, oh, you paid already. We already got profit from you. So, it just, the next is just our convenience. That's all that counts. Just our convenience. You don't matter. So, no public relations, no customer service skills, no, like, nothing, The only good thing was the teacher, but like, you can find a teacher like that online, and they will teach you with no, like, frustration, at the time that, you, that it's convenient for you, like, you don't have to go there on a weekend. It's actually, like, not even convenient time. They go from 9:30 to 12 on a Saturday. Who wants to go there on a Saturday? Like, seriously, like, that was actually, like, really frustrating. Like, get up early on a Saturday. I want to sleep in, I don't even want to go. So anyway, not worth it at all. Not worth it.